This is a short video on helping to relieve lower back pain. You will need a strap, a block, perhaps a blanket.
Bring yourself all the way down to the back and grab one of your blocks and have it on the second height. Put it right between the center of your thighs. Step your feet so they're right behind your sit bones and just reach down and touch the backs of your heels with your fingers so your feet aren't too far or not too close. Now ground the backs of your shoulders down into the floor. Turn the palms to face each other. Bend your elbows. So now the backs of the arms are grounding nice and strong into the mat. Push the backs of the shoulders down more. Notice if the back of your heart is lifted. Take a nice big breath in and just arch your back a little bit more, lifting the lower back. And then exhale and push your lower back into the floor. Push your back ribs into the floor. And as you do that, notice how your belly squeezes slightly and then lift and tuck under your sit bones and squeeze under your buttocks, and then relax and let that go. Here, buddy, you have to move. So arch your lower back off the floor again. Keep pressing the outer arms down, and exhale, push the lower back down, push the back ribs down, just tuck your sit bones under and squeeze under your buttocks, and just let the bottom of your pelvis lift. Let that go again, inhale, arching the lower back, and exhale, push the lower back down, curl the sit bones up, and now squeeze that block. And you're gonna lift and have the pelvis off the floor, and you're squeezing your glutes like crazy right now. Push down into your left foot a little bit more than your right, squeezing your left buttocks, and then push over to the right, press and squeeze the right side. Again, over to the left, press and squeeze. You're lifting the left more than the right, and then switch over to the right, press and squeeze. Keep on the right side. Start to squeeze the block a little more between the inner thighs. Keep the thighs turned on. Lift the left heel and just pulse through the right buttock. So push through the floor and lift up. Give it 3 more. 2 and 1. Hold it up. You're squeezing like crazy under the right butt cheek. And then do it again. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bring the left heel down. Press into the left foot a little bit more, squeezing. And then over to the right, press and squeeze. Over on the left, press, squeeze, hold the left. Push straight down, squeeze the block, and lift the right heel. And you're pushing the floor away to squeeze the butt up for 3, 2, 1. Hold. Squeezing the left buttocks. Again, you're pulsing for 3, 2. Hold it up on the 1. Bring the right heel down. Pull your sit bones up to the backs of your knees, so tuck under your tailbone a little bit. Squeeze that block. Soften that. Do it again. Lift up under the buttocks, squeezing the bottom of the buttocks. Squeeze the block, and now push the backs of the arms down and lift the hips. Now, you'd like to see your pubis bone behind your ribs, so pull the tailbone under you more and lift the pubis bone up. Let that go, so now you see the ribs more. Now, tuck under again, lifting up, squeeze the block. So really crazy strong under the buttocks. Start to bring the middle of your back to the floor and pause. Now, push the middle ribs into the floor. And as you round the middle ribs down, so you're rounding a little into the middle back, tuck under your tailbone more and squeeze the block, squeezing under the buttocks. Start to bring the lower back to the floor only, just nice and slow. Push down to the middle back and the lower back now, lifting under the tailbone, squeeze that block and soften. Squeeze, soften, and squeeze and hold. So you're feeling crazy engagement underneath the buttocks. And then slowly start to release the pelvis. Slow as you can, feel the butt muscles start to let go. And roll the spine. So arch the back, inhale. Rolling to the pelvis, and exhale. Push down into the lower back and lift under the buttocks. And this time you're coming all the way up, squeezing the buttocks. Press into the backs of the arms, backs of the shoulders, and tuck the tail under and lift and squeeze and soften. And tuck and squeeze and soften. Really strong tuck, squeeze that block, hold here. So the pubis bone is in line with the knees, and then you've got boobies, ribs, pubis bone, knees, one line. So slowly start to lower down, just bringing the middle back to the floor and pause. And push the middle ribs into the floor, and notice how that helps you lift under the buttocks a little bit more. Pause there, push down into the upper part of the lower back. As you press that down, tuck under the tailbone more. Start to lower the middle part of the lower back. And now a little at a time, the top of the pelvis, the middle of the pelvis, the lower part of the pelvis, and then release the glutes all the way. You can move your block, place it to the side, Bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your shins. Push your shins up into your arms. Lift your heels a little bit away from your buttocks and feel the back all the way on the floor, from the back of your pelvis to the back of your head. Feel that long line. Roll the heels above your knees. Grab your outer ankles. Keep your knees right into your armpits. So instead of bringing your legs wide, bring your legs in, so more engagement of the inner thighs. You can grab your outer ankles, or if you can reach your feet, you can grab your outer feet. Now pull the belly, the thighs to the ribs, and slowly roll the heels a little more over the knees. Now push the feet up into the ceiling and ground the lower back into the floor. Nice long, slow breaths in through the nose, out of the nose. Extend your legs up to the ceiling, Supta Dandasana, and then you can either place the blanket under your head or bring your palms one on top of the other under your head for just a little pillow. Take a big breath in, notice your back, and exhale, push your lower back into the floor and squeeze your lower belly all the way into your spine. Let that go, inhaling. Feel maybe the lower back of the rib cage lifts off the mat. Exhale, push your lower back into the floor. Now keep the lower back on the floor and slowly start to extend the left leg forward just a bit. So you're focusing on keeping the lower back grounded. Keep your legs separated. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs isometrically. Exhale and switch, keeping the lower back grounded. The right leg comes forward, the left leg comes right up above your hip. Stay here, inhale, pull the leg bones into the sockets, feel your core engage. Exhale and switch, nice and slow. Left leg comes forward. Doesn't matter how far forward, you're feeling the back and the core. Inhale here, stay and ground the lower back. Stay here, exhaling, keep pressing into the floor, squeeze the belly button in. One more breath, inhale, pull the leg bones into the sockets, push into the floor, and exhale, switch your legs. Right leg comes forward, left leg is up. Inhale, exhale and push the lower back into the floor, pull the leg bones into the sockets, feel that engagement into your core, stay, hold, inhale, and exhale, just release, lower the legs. Reach the arms over your head, little arch in your lower back so you can just feel the stretch in the front of your belly. Pointing your toes, right toes point a little more, and then the left toes point a little more. Bring your feet to the mat, grab your strap, and bring the strap around the arch of the right foot. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. You can wrap your strap in your hands. Rest your elbows on the mat. So the first option is to keep the left knee bent. Bend your right knee and push the back of your right hip down. You like to keep the hip square while you're in this position. So first option, the left knee stays bent, the foot stays on the mat. If you'd like to extend the left leg, you can, pressing the back of the heel into the floor, and now pull the heel towards you, engaging into the behind the left pelvis. Now softening the right knee, ground the back of the right hip more. Exhale, keep pulling the right leg bone down into the socket and push the right foot up into the strap, and you're looking for a stretch in the hamstring, okay, into behind the knee and maybe even behind the calf, the lower part of the leg. Soften as you inhale, just soften the knee, keeping the pelvis grounded. Exhale, push into the floor with the back of the right hip and press the right foot up into the strap. One more like that, keeping the left leg nice and strong, protecting your lower back. Pelvis is neutral. Inhale. Exhale and push the leg as straight as you can. So now you're holding this here. See if you can push the front of the knee more towards the back of the knee. Push the foot more up into the strap and draw the leg bone into the socket. Notice where you feel the tightness in your body in the back of this leg, and just allow yourself to focus in on that, breathing it in as you inhale, maybe even squeezing into it if you can find it, and then exhale and softening everything. Do that one more time. Inhale, feel if you can squeeze wherever you're tight, and then exhale, and let's switch sides. So the left foot, arch in the strap, right foot to the mat. Elbows are still resting on the floor. Now softening the left knee, ground the back of the hips into the mat. First option, stay. Second option, extend the right leg forward, pressing the back of the heel into the mat. Pull both leg bones into the sockets. Left knee is soft, breathing in, feel the back of the hip on the mat. Keep pressing into the back of the hip as you exhale, push the foot up into the strap and straighten through the leg. Again, inhale, soften. Exhale, straighten. So as you soften, you're still keeping the tension. You're not just letting it all go, right? So you're slowly, with control, bending with intention. And exhaling and then pressing the leg straight. Good. Do it a couple more times. Inhale, soften. Exhale, straighten. One more time. And then straighten the leg all the way out, staying here. Then close your eyes and feel behind the left leg, pushing the front of the knee towards the back of the knee, and then notice where the tension is. And if you can, a little squeeze into those muscles. So maybe it's just holding your awareness there if you can't figure out how to engage it, and soften as you exhale. So the more awareness, the more connection you bring, the easier it becomes for us to understand how to engage a muscle. And when we know how to engage a muscle, then we'll know how to let it go. Good. And then just gently release, squeezing both knees back into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins again. Take a big breath in. Exhale and push the shins into the arms as you ground the back of the pelvis, the lower back, the back of the head. And you can give yourself a little rock side to side. And then maybe rest over on the right side. Just take a few breaths here before you get up and move on with your day.
I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps you to relieve some of your lower back pain. Remember, when we have lower back pain, we're often not using our glutes and we're overworking our hamstrings, and our lower back becomes weak. And oftentimes it's inflection. So bringing just a little bit more stability to the glutes, opening the hamstrings will help to also relieve the lower back. Please subscribe to my channel. And if there's anyone else out there you think could benefit from this work today, I hope that you will share with them. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.